Hey guys, welcome to this week's videos. Broadcasting from Tropical Tuesday. Notice tropical shirt. So you guys can see the delay that we have in videos. We are going to be looking at volume this week. So let's jump right into it. The first video we're looking at is volume of cylinders. So let's check this out. Let me put myself down in the corner. So for volume of cylinders, you'll notice a cylinder. You can think of a cylinder as kind of like a shampoo bottle shape or a tube. We often use tubular as a word to describe a cylinder. Um, a cylinder's cross sections, if we slice it lengthwise or across, it will be a circle. One slice is a circle, the other slice is a rectangle. The formula, let me get on my draw tools. The formula for the volume of a cylinder. And again, volume is essentially how much water, how much dirt, essentially how much we're filling it. Volume is equal to pi, or sorry, pi r squared times the height of our cylinder. So you see we have a cylinder to the left. Um, Remember, radius, R stands for radius. I'm going to move this a little closer to me so my handwriting does not look so bad. The radius. H is the height. And pi, well, you can either use the pi button on the calculator or 3.14 is appropriate for this class. So if we want to fill in what we know here, 3.14 times blank squared times blank. So let's find our heights on or find our pieces on our cylinder. Notice we have this here and this here. Now, remember that the height is how tall the cylinder is. This is going to be our H. Now, keep in mind, just because something goes up and down does not mean it's the height. Okay, height is how far from one base to the other base. And wow, don't I look really washed out over here? From one base, from one circle to the next circle is the height. You'll notice that the radius goes from the center of the circle to the edge. Here is our radius. Okay, if this thing was turned, it would not have any impact on it. A lot of people think, okay, here's our height, that has to be our height. Not necessarily the case. The distance from circle to circle is the height. So let's fill that in. 11 here and 6 here. Now, to make our lives easier, we are going to be using the calculator. So to find our volume, there we go. We're going to take you could either use the pi button up here, which I'm going to use second caret is pi times 6 squared times 11. Notice it gives us 1,244. I'm going to round to the nearest whole number. Let's round to the 10th, actually. 1,244.1. So it's going to be. Now, you'll notice our unit is inches, but in volume, we don't use just inches. In volume, we use inches cubed. Remember, if you're talking surface area, if we're talking area, it's inches squared. So for volume, we use inches cubed. So let's take a look at another example. In some examples, they won't give you a visual. They'll actually tell you what R equals, and they'll tell you what H equals, right? That makes it easier. I find that easier because we don't need to make any decisions there. So here we have our volume is equal to pi R squared H. So volume is equal to pi times 13 squared. Again, that's our radius, times our height, H. We go to our handy dandy calculator, and we have and I'm going to show you guys how 3.1. Now we're going to use 3.14 times 13 squared times 8. So we have here 4,245. I'm actually going to write all this one out. 4,245, and we have 0.28. Make sure you follow directions as to where you round. Here I'm just going to be as precise as I can, and we're looking at yards. So our radius is going to, or sorry, our units are going to be yards cubed. Remember, units cubed here. Makes this much easier for us. Make sure you use the correct units. So yeah, if you need, you guys can pause it and take a picture if you would like. So here, let's check this out. It says a cylindrical, or kind of like a word problem, a cylindrical flower vase is 11 inches tall, right? And it says find the volume of the vase when the radius is 4 inches. So again, another word problem where we're trying to figure it out. It's just giving us a little bit more context here. Again, very similar. Volume equals pi r squared h. Volume equals 3.14 times 4 squared, again, because that's our radius, is 4, times 11. So we go to our calculator, clear this, second pi 4, second, boom, times 4 squared times 11, and we have 552.9, and it's inches cubed. Remember, for volume, all you need is radius and height of these shapes. And then we can fill it right in and compute. Very easy substitution problems here. If you guys have more questions, please make sure you reach out to your teacher. Please make sure you check out the second video, which covers volume of some other shapes as well, or some other solids as well. Hope you guys are doing great. See you guys in the next video.